penalty. Let's go. Hey, Matt. Yeah, you got it. I'll mark you down here. We'll run teams once we get it filled up. So 6 left there. So 2 left in East Coast, 6 left in Big Al's, and then a couple solos left in the football and the baseball. And I'll go over those in a little bit once more people roll in. Bounty is divisions now since you guys got positions on Monday, correct? Goldback Guess is a starting wide receiver in the NFC right now. Can you guess who it is for $12 credit? 16 teams there. Essentially 32 players if you look at 1, 2, or I'm gonna grab a bottle of water really quick here, guys, as well. We'll get rolling in a few minutes. See if we can get a little bit of these solos and East Coast filled up. Welcome in. 2 guesses up. One is the divisions in the poll, and one is a type your guess. Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. So starting wide receiver on one of the NFC teams. If you get it right, you get $12 to use tonight. Brian W, I have Brian Weatherwax. I've got you with a credit as well. I saw you pay, but I was gonna try to remind you there. Let me find it. I just saw that today when I was updating that stuff. I need the $10 credit. I think you may have sold a solo in the jerseys or something, and then you paid beforehand. So $10 credit whenever you want to use it. Just as a reminder, since I saw you comment there. As far as available spots in the sensational football, the Gold Rush football, there is 1 solo left. That's Xavier Legette for $4. There's a 1 boxer. He's the last guy left. The Juice baseballs, we still have Stan Musial and Frank Robinson. Those are $4 solos as well. Yeah, no problem. I tried to type it on there once I remembered, and then I went and looked, and he'd already paid. So I can send back to you if you'd like, or you can hold it as a credit, whatever works. So Musial, Robinson, and Legette are available for $4 a piece in the Juice ball and the football. East Coast, there we switched it to pick one random one, so there's a lot more claims. Yeah, you are Brian W. So I have it listed under Fry W, which is what he claims with on Facebook. So that's how I differentiate you two. Where's Fry? Fry's right here. So on here, you're Brian W. But since I saw that he commented, Larry Musial, you got it. Stan Stan the Man. Whenever I think of Stan the Man, I think of the caddy on Seinfeld for Kramer. Stan's the man. What are you thinking, Stan? Go for the green. Whoops. $4 for Larry. Let me mark that off here. Anyways, what I was saying, there's a lot more claims. So potentially we could have 4 more claims here live, but we're going to just do 2 and then have 4 solos. So there's going to be 4 $12 players as well if anyone wants to grab solos. But before we get there, we need 2 more claims in East Coast. So I'll read off the players that are left. It dropped the price from 36 to 25 to do it this way. We'll probably write out this format for a little while. There's so many claimable names, and there's still a bunch in here that are claimable that haven't been claimed. So I'll read through these now that we have a little bit more here. They're 25 apiece. You get a player that you picked plus a random player. Guys that are left, 2 will close us and then leave us with 4 solos. Adrian Kempe, Kings. Alexander Barkov, Panthers. Alex Kovalev, Rangers. Anders Lee, Islanders. Andre Vasilevsky, Lightning. Andrew Mangiapane, Flames. Bernie Parent, Flyers. Brant Clark, Kings. Brian Rust, Penguins. Connor McMichael is Capitals. I don't think he's played anywhere else. Connor Zary, Flames. Dustin Wolf, Flames. Dylan Gunther, Mammoth. Felix Potvin, Maple Leafs. Ivan Barbashev, Golden Knights. Jared McCann, Kraken. Joseph Woll, Maple Leafs. I'll use credit towards 4 boxes from it. Yeah, that works. So you would just pay 33 on that one. Larry Snag and Bossy, got you, Larry. So 1 main claim left. I'm already getting unstable connection. Beautiful. Hopefully it comes and goes quick today. A little stormy again. Let me get Larry. And Fry. Somewhere. There it is. Okay, so I got Fry there and Larry here. I'm getting there. I'll keep reading the names. I didn't quite get to the bottom. Jared McCann, Kraken. Joseph Woll, Maple Leafs. Josh Anderson, Canadiens. So 1 more will close this, and that'll leave us with 4 solos. Caden Gooley, Canadiens. Kirill Marchenko, Blue Jackets. Logan Stankoven, Hurricanes. Marcus Naslin, Canucks. Martin Necas, Avalanche. Matthias Ekholm, Oilers. Nick Paul, Lightning. Phil Esposito, Bruins. Rod Brindamore, Flyers. I wasn't even thinking about that. Flyers, not a Hurricanes this time, huh? Ron Hextall, Flyers. Sebastian Aho, Hurricanes. Bob Roski, Panthers. Jarvis, Hurricanes. And Teemu Selanne, Ducks. Current wide receiver, Thomas. I don't know what. Put his first name. Chris Olave, Gold Bag. Selanne will close this. Dave's got a Dunze. Thank you, Jonathan. I got you. Selanne. So let's run randoms there. That'll give us 4 solos. It'll be claimable as soon as we see them. Hope I didn't miss any claims, guys. Vossi, Moss, Kermesher, Thomas, Chris Olave, Selanne, Ramadunze. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's got to be an NFC player now. A current receiver in the NFC now that's first wide receiver 1 or 2. See you, buddy. Have fun. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Daryl, what's up, man? Yeah, sorry, Thomas. Do another guess. Randy Moss will not be in there. It's a current receiver. I wish he still played. Timu gone. Oh, you're good. Totally good. That's what everyone's here for, to help. So there should be 30 names, 26 claims. So that'll give us 4 solos. Let's do it. As soon as you see them on the 7th roll, the last 4 will be $12 solos instead of $25 pairs. So $12 a piece. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Solos are Joseph Wool, Logan Stankoven, Adrian Kempe, and Martin Necas. Leafs, Hurricanes, Kings, and Avalanche. Oops, I need to copy all of them. Some good names there. Some good names. Okay, let's here and do that, and that's easy. No other copy pasting. I'll go here. I've got Stank for Nick. Oops, Stank for Nick. Natchez for Jason. Daryl just a second behind. And then Wool for Jonathan. And that leaves us with just Adrian Kempe on the Kings. That is a $12 solo, and we'll get to that in a second here. As far as Big Al's go, there are 5 spots left to close us. $43. It's a 4-boxer. We'll open that for our final pre-fill. Rockies full, baseball, football, East Coast are full besides a few solos. So the last solos left, we're going to start with baseball. So last solo left there is Frank Robinson. He's a $4 solo. Last solo in the football is Xavier Leggett. He's a $4 solo too. That scared me. They said they were gone, but someone's down here. Oh, they were leaving. Campy. Got you, Brian. And then Obi taking Leggett. Got you, Obi. And then just Frank Robinson left. Last solo left in the baseball. Both of these were posted a little while back. If you want me to read your lines, like I always say, let me know. Say, hey, who are my randoms? I'll read them. If not, I'm just going to read claims because there's a lot of names there. We're going to start with the baseball, and we're going to get going. So if you're just jumping in, there's 2 things. The poll has changed now from positions to divisions. I didn't say what we're doing yet for the poll or for the bounty. Switching it up, it'll be a choice of these 2 Funkos. One is Sammy Sosa on a signed it's Clark. I don't know if that's their mascot or if, I know that a lot of it is their mascot. So Chicago Cubs mascot Clark, signed by Sammy Sosa, JSA certified. That's one of them. The outer case is a little dirty. And the other one's LT, nice LT Funko throwback helmet on top. That's JSA as well. So those are the 2 choices. I had a bunch of Funkos come in. I'm going to buy more. I think we might start doing some winner's choice for Funkos too, just for fun on the side. I had Zoolander in there. I had Terrell Owens. These ones are a little bit lower than those ones, hence why they're giveaway items. I kind of go up and down whether the value is higher or lower on the giveaway stuff, but that's what we're doing on these ones. Larry, Frank Robinson, you got it. Appreciate you. Good luck. Nice hit on the All-Star, Larry, on Monday. I always forget if you're here or if you catch up. I think you were here on Monday. Okay. So we'll put these over here for now. Because why not? Wide receiver, Thomas. Sorry. That's the running back. Yeah, of course. Nice hit, man. You chased it for a little bit here. Current wide receiver in the NFC is your best bet on that. That's what the gold bag is. If you get who it is, it's a wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 in the NFC. You will get $12 credit to use tonight. The other one is the bounty, which we're going for these Funkos, and that's divisions. Everything is full besides Big Al's. There's 5 spots left, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Let's start with baseball. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. See if we can pull some fun stuff again like Monday. In the juice ball, Brad, I had you with Gwynn and Seaver. Christy, Mantle, Koufax, Griffey, and Skeens. Tim, you had Aaron. Brad, Trout, Elliott, Rivera, Nick, Thomas. Dave, you had Wood and De La Cruz. Scorching, Ryan, and Ramirez. That was Jose Ramirez. Jonathan R. Rose, Clint's the Sandlot ball. Brian, you had Sheen. Larry V had Pedro Martinez. Solos were Nick F with Yunt, Bagwell, and Hamels, and Larry V with Musial and Robinson. We'll go here first. We'll do East Coast next. That one's also full. Don't have the next package of 10, but they should be here for Monday. We'll have a pool of 16 to pick from for the rest of that. Jeez Louise. Scaring me. They're leaving, but they're not leaving. All right, let's do this. I read those off. Let's roll a dice and figure out which ball we're going to open here. Ball 5, 8, and 4. 4, 5, or 8. Nice all baseball line again. Did you do it again, Nick? Thomas, Mattingly, Merrill, Boggs, Acuna. You did. That's not a bad line either. Anybody else get an all baseball line? I'm avoiding reading them all unless you guys want me to, just so you don't have to listen to me read. It's probably the only one that's all baseball. As I waste your time anyways looking through it. There's one too. Brad got one. Trout, Tomei, Rodriguez, Larkin, and Jackson. Nice. Chris Mullins the only non one there. Okay. 4, 5, or 8 in the baseball. Juice ball. That is a 6. That will not work. That is a 6 again. That will not work. That won't work because it fell off the table. That one might fall off. 1. Back to the doldrums of rolling bad. 1 again. 6, 6, 1, 1. And now it's hiding back there. It is a good number. I'll slide it out. After I move the... Don't flip on your side, please. If I spin it around, that is a 5. 5 works in the middle. Okay. That's a funny correction on my screen, what it corrected Puka to. I won't read it out loud. Okay. Good luck on the baseball. Let's see if we can pull something fun here. All right, there goes the garage. Now they actually left. Now we can talk about whatever we want. All right. Guess I don't really need to. This one doesn't show anything. It's only on the back, so I can open it normal. Okay, here we go. White ball. We've had a few of the blacks or golds recently. I'm going to tip and pull it out because it's probably right here. 3, 2. I'm not holding on to it. 1. Oof. I don't know. I have a guess, but I don't think it's him. So I'm going to hold it to myself. I have a guess. If someone guesses it, I'll say that's my guess too. But I hate guessing it, get someone's hopes up, and then it's not that. I'm not great at baseball. You guys know that. Any guesses on that before I flip it around? It looks like it starts with a C. Maybe an H after that. No guesses. We're going to reveal and see what it is here. That is Beckett certified ball. There's a little ink bleedage on the commissioner's name, so that was probably factory, but you see that it's kind of smudged on the commissioner's name. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. That was not my guess. I was right on the CH. Oh man, I definitely talked about that line too, because I said there it happened again. One of the lines I talked about. Chris Mullin. There was a baseball line that had all baseball and one non-baseball, and this is the one non-baseball on that line that I read off. Yelich is a good guess too, Obi. I thought it was someone else. So I know right where that is. Yeah, Golden State Warriors, exactly. Dave K, you had Wood, Chris Mullin, then Ryan Sandberg, Al Kaline, Ichiro Suzuki. You had all baseball except for Chris Mullin and the basketball hit. I think that's our second basketball in this case. Man, I'm wondering if the last two, do we have 2 left? That's the guessing game. Are they both baseball now, or do we still have something other than baseball in there? I bet we at least have one baseball, MLB baseball in there. They're all baseballs. You get what I'm saying? Baseball player. Nice hit, Dave. Chris Mullen. We haven't seen him in a little bit. We pulled him from when we do like the custom jerseys from Gold Rush, which they're out right now. I didn't buy any. I do have some new items coming. One of them is we're going to do limited edition cards again from NFL, the autograph ones. So those were fun. Those treated us pretty well. We'll start those probably next week. Also have some licensed NFL jerseys from Hip Rate. Just a few different things. Nice hit, Chris Mullen. That won't affect our bounty. No football on that one. No baseball either, though. Okay. East Coast time. We're down to 8 boxes from the original 10. We'll have 10 more, I believe, by Monday to make it a pool of 16. We'll add those on that day. But for now, we're pulling from 6. They're back in my house again. They went out in the driveway, and I can hear them in the front door walking in. Good griefers. Forgetting 18 things. Okay, let's read these. These were just ran now, so let's read randoms. I think I skipped a trade offer above. Hold on. Trade either of my randoms in hockey for Rust or Esposito. So Esposito went to Jeff H. Rust went to Brian W. If you guys want to trade those guys or one of those guys for either Dylan Gunther, Mammoth, or Seth Jarvis, Hurricanes, Jason's in the market for trades. I'm going to read through them now, though. Joseph K., you had Bedard and Bernie Parent. Louis, Fedorov and Barkov. Jeff H., Yager and McCann. Daryl, Forsberg and Anderson. Joseph, you got your Canadian there, Daryl. Joseph, Sakic and Bobrovsky. Jeff H., Ovechkin and Potvin. Jonathan R., Chelios and Naslund. Jeff H., Hull and Esposito. Jonathan R., Gauthier and Mangiapane. Brian W., Kane and McMichael. Jonathan R., Boldy and Gooley. Brian W., Larkin, Marchenko, Hayduk and Rust. Jeff H., Bennett and Barbashev. Daryl, you had Heiskanen and Ekholm. Nick F., Keller and Aho. Jeff H., Coffey and Wolf. Bob, you had Quick and Zeri. Jason T., Bork, Belfort, Gunther and Jarvis. Brian W., Yossi and Lee. Dylan G., you had Knight and Nick Paul. There's a lightning guy for you, Dylan. Larry V., McSorley and Kovalev. Fry, you had Joseph and Hextall. Larry V., Vasilevsky and Clark. Jonathan R., Solani and Brindamore. And then solos were Jonathan with Wool, Nick with Stankoven, Brian W. with Kempe, and Jason T. with Natchez. Keeping my random, says JFK. I'll take Gunther for Rust. Did you, Daryl? There you go. We pulled him last series, the series before, and you missed out on that one because you had, for good reason, though, you hit other guys ahead of him. Brian says he'll take Gunther for Rust, Jason. Okay, I don't know what. Someone's either stealing everything in my house or they. I think someone's here, but my wife is gone. I'm going to go check on that in a second, see if my daughter's here by herself. Deal. And then I just had an airport request text, too, that I'll need to text him back. Yes, I will. That's what I'm good for. Airport pickups. Gunther for Rust. And reaching stuff on the top shelf at the grocery store for old ladies. And holding doors open when no one holds them open for me. Is it GU? Yeah, it is GUE. Okay, got your trade there, guys. Let's get 2 boxes. Sorry, I'm having an inner monologue with myself. Let's get 2 boxes, and then I'm going to yell upstairs and see if my daughter's here. So I don't think there's a rando in my house. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Boxes 17 and 42. 17 and 42 here. And here. Let's take these back for now. Why not? Captain, are you here? With who? Okay, will you close this door down here? Okay. She is home with her friend, unsupervised. All right, guys, let's roll. 17 and 42. Good luck. We hit two of the coolies, the only two coolies in the series on Monday. See where we go today. 17 and 42. Next up will be our football. That one's closed. Then we'll do Racky and Big L's. The only thing that's open is Big L's with 4 or 5 spots left. Okay, here we go. Good luck, everyone. I kid you not. I'm going to tell you a funny story about this jersey. I'm glad I didn't say it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'll tell you a funny story about this one. We know who that is. That's one of the pictured headliners. I love it. We haven't seen him in a while either. Frozen Pond COA. That is Joe Sakic on the Quebec Nordiques jersey, I believe. Joe Sakic, headliner. Hey, we hit a headliner early this series. That's what I'm talking about. He is on the picture. There it is. Who had Sakic before I open this thing up? Joseph K had Sakic. There was a few, I think, that claimed him. Maybe only one today, but a few the last few weeks. The last couple, I guess just Monday was our first time, but I knew he'd be popular. Joseph, nice hit. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. Mitchell and Ness too, man. This thing's nice. I love the numbers on the Mitchell and Nesses because they're smooth. Sakic, there's the one of those Fleur de Lis, whatever they're called. I don't know. There's the Quebec's logo with the C patch. Great hit. You got tags hanging down in here as well. No fight strap on this. There are authentic Mitchell and Ness. There's not a lot of them. Most of them are like this. This is a great hit. Beauty, awesome signature too. Silver ink shows up fantastic on the blue. Let's go double abs. Forsberg next. I'll tell you the funny story about Sakic. Mr. Nick sends me some cards when I don't hit in his breaks because Whatnot is like eBay where they want to see some tracking. And before I opened the pack today, I said, if I can pull a name out of, I was in my car driving, I was at a stoplight. I said, if I can pull a name in the series tonight, they're going to come out. The only card out of the whole pack that was available in this series was Joe Sakic, and that was the very first year. I'm not making this up either. I wouldn't do that to you guys. So it actually happened. Great hit. Sakic on the Mitchell and Ness beauty jersey. Going to Joseph. Nice hit, Joseph. Okay. Box 42. Why do I have 47 in my brain? Is it 42? It is 17. Maybe that's the 7 and 42. 42. Okay. Here we go. Three, two, one. That might be the newest Mammoth player on his old team. We just barely got him if it is him. I can't think of another player from this team in the series. So maybe. I'm pretty sure this is Anders Lee on the Islanders. It is. I'm super pumped that the Mammoth got him on their team. Him and Trocheck. I'm pretty excited about that. Great hit. Nice thick Fanatics premium on this one. Who had, so one claim, one random. Who had Anders? Every time I think of Anders, I think of that. The Workaholics boys. Brian on your Roman Yossi claim, getting Anders Lee. Nice hit, Brian. Congrats, you two. Joe Sakic and Anders Lee going to Joseph and Brian. Sorry to everyone else. I know a few of you could use a hit. Maybe Monday will be your day. Anders Lee. This one is East Coast COA. It is an Islanders Classic Fanatics Premium. And you got your fight strap, your dangler right there. Great hit. Now the next Lee we have, I hope we can pull black and blue and white. That'd be cool. I'm still waiting for current Utah guys to sign that too. From last season before. Okay. Congrats, you two. Afton, are you coming down here? Yeah, if you close that door. Is that okay?
Yeah, we're gonna watch a movie down
Okay,
here.
just close that door for me.
Okay, we might come out.
That's fine.
And get something.
That's fine. Just be quiet when you do. I'm gonna watch a movie on the projector. Be my guest. Okay, congrats you two. Joe Sakic, Anders Lee, love both those hits. I love the start we're off on this series. Only one headliner, but 4 great jerseys so far. Okay, let's move over to our football. And we got to close the poll and do all that fun stuff. What are you guys going with on the poll? 41% for AFC North and West. I don't think that's going to change. I'm going to read off your claims, guys. If you claimed a line and you want me to read your randoms, I'm happy to do that too. But these were posted on Facebook. I'm assuming most people saw them there. If you can't see them and you want to know who they are, don't hesitate to ask. I'll read them for you. Tim, you had Caleb Williams, Brad, AJ Hawk, Christy, Barry Sanders, and Johnny Unitas, Jim V, Dart, and Marino, Jeff V, Genty, and Carr, Scorching Montana, Jonathan R. Theismann, Larry K, you had Suggs, Quentin, you had Vic, Brian Elway, Michael D. Kelsey, that's Jason Kelsey, Larry V, Urlacher, Jeff V, Peyton Manning. Our solos were Leggett to Obi, Kirst to Nick, and Higgins to Christy. We've been just rolling dice, right? So I'm going to close the poll. That's pretty high up there. You guys are going AFC Northwest. Let's highlight it here. Okay, close this. We've got balls 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Anything but a 2 or a 5. Anything but a 2 or a 5. Okay, randoms on Big L. Yep, there's still 5 teams left. We're doing our football now, then Racky, then Big L, so we'll need to get it closed up before then. There are 5 spots left. I don't think I missed one. I think Fry was the last one to claim. Brian. Take 2 more. Yeah, you got it, Nick. And then Larry's going to take one as well. Thanks, Larry. Okay, 2 spots left there. As soon as it closes, even if it closes before Radkey, I'll run random so you guys have time to trade or sell. If it doesn't close until we get there, I'll do like a 2 or 3 minute delay so you guys can look at it and trade, sell if you want, even if it's just sitting around here for a second. Okay, no 2 or 5. Anything but a 2 or 5 on the football. Of course, we roll a 5. I want to pull a big football. There's a 3. That works. 3. Jonathan taking it in. Got you, Jonathan. And Brian. Okay, so let's run those now. It was box 3, right? Let's get the randoms going just so you guys can look at your teams. Let me put these away. Last chance to guess a wide receiver 1 or 2. Kevin, we just barely closed it up. Otherwise, there would have been one for you. Sorry, man. We will do live fills, as you know, though. It take us too long to get there, but these just barely closed up. So let's do this. We'll save box 3 to the side. Let's get teams going here. I'm going to, who had top and bottom? Nick G on top, Brian on bottom. We'll go over here. We'll do this. And paste the teams. Randomize these 7 times, repaste, then we'll reorganize them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Dallas on top, Rams on bottom. Dallas on top, Rams on bottom. So Brian, we're watching you with the Rams, Nick with Dallas when we reorganize them. Dallas is Nick, Rams are Brian. I'm going to read these through so you guys can talk trade while we're running the football and Radkey. Trade, sell, buy, whatever. Dave L., you've got Arizona, New York Jets, Dustin, Atlanta, Elliott, Baltimore, Matt S., Buffalo, Tim, you've got the Carolina, Tennessee combo spot, Brian W., Chicago, Greg, Cincy, Clint, Cleveland, Nick G., you've got Dallas, Brad, Denver, Greg, Detroit, Fry, you've got Green Bay, Greg, Houston, Robert B., you've got Indy, Nick G., Jacksonville, and Kansas City. Matt, you've got Las Vegas. Nick, that's Matt L. There was the Matt S. above Buffalo. Matt L., Vegas. Nick F., you've got the Chargers. Brian W., Rams. Jonathan R., Miami. David L., Minnesota. Nick G., you've got New England. Zach, you've got New Orleans. Greg, the Giants. Nick G., Philadelphia. Hila, you've got Pittsburgh. Zach B., San Francisco. Larry V., Seattle. Tim, Tampa Bay. And Dustin, Washington. Let's see. Seattle for Cleveland as a trade offer. Chargers, not sell for trade K. Chargers for trade, and then Seattle for Cleveland as an actual offer. Seattle is Larry. Cleveland is Clint. Clint, if you're here and you want to trade Cleveland for Seattle, let them know. Those will be there for you guys to trade and buy, sell, whatever until we get going. Now we can go over here. I did read these off. We got our box. Let's reveal this. We closed the poll, AFC North, AFC West. Got it starting. I'm going to close this page. If you guys need to know who teams are, if you didn't quite see them, let me know. I'll read them again. But let's close this. I don't know if anyone got this right. I'll have to look back through. 3, 2, 1. There's a few of you that guessed the right team but the wrong receiver. A couple of you were right on the right track. 3, 2, 1. We've got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Did anybody pick St. Brown? Nakua. I had Roma Dunze, CeeDee Lamb, Addison. There was a couple Jameson Williams, which would have been a great guess had this been another player. Chris Olave, Jefferson, Puka, Egbuka. I don't think anyone had Amon-Ra. Okay, we've had someone get the guess right a few times in a row, but looks like we got a 0 winner tonight. STS 2.0 St. Brown. That is in my PC, but I just bought a few 2.0s. They'll be in the series at some point, next series. I don't think I bought a St. Brown 2.0, but all right, guys, let's do our football. This one closed live just a few minutes ago. was grabbing a spot. I appreciate it, but we just closed ahead of that. So I'm going to. It really cramped my style. I can't edit posts on a desktop. To do it on my phone, so then I can't tag you guys more than once, and even then the tags don't work, so it's kind of lame. So they just kind of sit there, whatever it is. Let's see here. Okay. No one got St. Brown, AFC North, AFC West. We're good to go. And I was checking the notifications for claims, and I found one. I left the door open 1 second. Oh, they just closed it right when I walked over there. All right, guys. Ball 3. There's the number. Next up is Radke. Let's see how we go. Show me a headliner. Claimed football, please. I've liked both the footballs we've pulled, but they are on the lower side. So I'm hoping that means we've got some bigger balls hiding in here. Yeah. Funny. Trading Saints to Brian for Texans and Radke. Okay, I'll change it here in 1 second. Can I do this without? I just hate that they put. I'm going to take it out of the bag and then pull it out here, guys. These haven't been tied extremely hard. I like one thing about this one. Where can I grab that I'm not touching autographs? In the corner, I suppose. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So you can see we've got a white panel ball, which I love the white panels. Move it a little bit over here. Oh, hopefully you didn't see that. Okay, good luck all. I think signature's on the bottom half. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I thought I saw a different team when it rolled over. Trying to think what Vikings players are in this. That is Beckett certified. White panel Vikings ball. Let's just flip it around backwards. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. You can obviously, I'll leave it unpumped up. When you get it, use a little bicycle pump or basketball pump and pump that baby up. That's Adrian Peterson. Vikings white panel AP. That reminds me of the RSA days with the white panel. That is cool. Great hit there. Vikes, Adrian Peterson. I don't know who had him. Let's go look. Just for good measure, if we don't trust my spotting. Who had AP? Great hit. That's NFC, so we're starting on the wrong side of the wrong division. Adrian, nope. Adrian, nope. Adrian. Top line. The very last random on the top line, Caleb Williams line. Tim K hitting Adrian Peterson on the Caleb Williams Buffalo Dynasty, Frank Thomas and Adrian Peterson line. You got the only non-football player in this series. But you got some great randoms. Buffalo Dynasty, Peterson, Williams. Nice hit, Tim. Adrian Peterson, AP all day. We'll keep him out here too. I'll just do it over here. Great hit. Heating up there. That's what I like. Okay, time for Radke. And we said we had a trade. Houston for New Orleans. New Orleans up towards the top 4. Okay, perfect. And that's where we're at. Let's do Radke. We'll get a box number here in just a second. Down to our final 4. We'll do 2 today, 2 Monday, and then I got a new double case on the way. Don't know if there's new headliners or if it's a new theme. I believe he messaged me like an hour ago. I haven't opened it yet. Saw it pop up, but if I open it and I'll forget that I read it, and then I have to leave it unread. Okay, Jason, I've got you with Green Bay. Steve, you bought the Ram. That's Kansas City. Greg, Rams and Philly. Jonathan R, Minnesota, Miami. Houston was a trade, and Indianapolis. Jason T, Dallas. Larry K, you have Jacksonville. Greg, San Fran, Detroit, Seattle, and the Chargers. Jim, Giants in Arizona. David Elliott, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Washington, Cleveland, Vegas, and the Jets. Tim, you had Denver and Buffalo. Scott, you bought Tennessee as a random. Quentin, you bought Baltimore as a random. Brian, Tampa, Atlanta, New Orleans, and Carolina. Is that literally the whole NFC South? It is. Atlanta, Carolina, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. NFC South, you got covered. Larry K, Cincy, and New England. Let's get a box going here. You know what I forgot to ask? Did anybody guess Michigan in the college guess game? I was so blown away by pulling Tom Brady on Monday that I didn't even double check that. Someone had to have guessed Michigan. I guessed Georgia, I think. I didn't write anyone down. I think I saved the comments. I think if you wait a little bit, it loads back in. If you watch the replay of comments, I can go back and look. But if anyone knows that they guessed Michigan, you definitely got it right with Tom Brady. We're not doing that guess game on Wednesdays, but I didn't write it down for Monday. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Box 9. Again, that was on number 6 and number 7. Now I'm paying attention to that. Box 9. Let's stop sharing. Let me look at the notification. Okay, good. He saw it. Good. Okay. Box 9 is down here. Let's see what we got. 9. Oh, he's saying for now the backup QB. I saw, was that today that they put McCarthy at number 2 and Kyler at number 1 officially on the depth chart. Yeah, good luck all. I'll update the divisions here in a second after we do these two. Is that greedy for me to just ask for another big boy right after pulling Tom Brady? Show me a big boy. Come on. Here we go. Three, two, one. Just the most opposite jinx on box 9 on that one. It was the other team. Green Bay Classic Speed. Packers. Is that no? We've got 2 NFC nows. 2 NFC Norths. Yikes! You're in a hole. 2 to 0 to 0 to 0. Green Bay. And I think that was claim number 1. There goes Rat card. Claim number 1, Jason. Green Bay. That's you. That's it, Jason. All right. I already saw a Racky thing come out, so I know it's Racky. I'm trying to think. Packers Racky. I don't know. There's a lot of Packers. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's where my brain should have gone immediately. But I wasn't thinking quarterback. I was thinking anything but a quarterback. We got some themes this week. We just pulled Brett Favre Classic Mini on Monday. Now we have Brett Favre on a full size on Wednesday. Racky. Pull a Tom Brady and then pull a Brett Favre right after. I don't think I was being too greedy. That's exactly what I was hoping for, is a big hit right after. Brett Favre, Jason, nice hit, man. Racky. love that. That's 2 NFC Norths, guys. You need the AFC North next. Okay, congrats, Jason. Sorry to everyone else. Fun helmet there. We'll see what we get for our second box tonight. We'll do a live fill. Next up is the 4-box. Big Al's pre-filled. Then we'll do a live fill 2-box, a live fill Radke again, and then some licensed jerseys tonight. That's where we're headed. Let's read these off again. Okay. In the 4-boxer. Yeah, no problem, Jason. I know some of you guys have better luck with some players than others. I don't know if I've hit a lot of Favres in my day. I would say no. Okay. David, you've got Arizona and New York Jets combo spot. Dustin, Atlanta. Elliott, Baltimore. Matt S., you've got Buffalo. Tim, you've got the Carolina, Tennessee combo spot. Brian W., Chicago. Greg, Cincy. Clint, you've got Cleveland. Nick G., Dallas. Brad, Denver. Greg E., Detroit. Fry, you've got Green Bay. Greg, Houston. Robert B., you have Indianapolis. Nick G., Jacksonville, and Kansas City. Matt L., Vegas. Nick F., the Chargers. I think they were up for trade. And then Clint, you had an offer above. I don't know if you saw it. It was Seattle for Cleveland. So I'll give you guys a few minutes since this closed live. If you want to trade your Cleveland for Larry's Seattle was the offer. Where was I? Nick F., Chargers are up for trade. Brian W., Rams. Jonathan R., Miami. David L., Minnesota. Nick G., New England. Zach, New Orleans. Greg, the Giants. Nick G., Philadelphia. Gila, Pittsburgh. Zach B., San Francisco. Larry V., Seattle. Tim, Tampa. And Dustin, Washington. What would you take for the Favre? Good question. Montana? Not a bad trade. Okay, I'm going to give you guys like 2 minutes to look over your teams. Chargers are up. I believe Seattle's up, unless it was only up for Cleveland, Larry. Let me know. If it was just for the one team, that's fine too. But I'm gonna let it rest here for a second so you guys can look at trade. Seattle's up 2. Chargers are up. Okay. Also going to read this text and reply really quick for the airport pickup. I'll get boxes in a second as well. Chargers for trade, Seahawks for trade. Both are available. Seattle for Chargers, the trade offer. Okay, I'm going to grab the balls, guys. If any trades happen, I don't want to rush it since I usually have more time, but got a few more minutes while I shake this up and grab boxes. That is a trade offer for you, Nick. Seattle for the Chargers. Four numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notepad. 24, 2-4. 4. And again, if you missed out on this one, guys, we're going to do a 2-boxer right after this. It's not focusing very well. 191. And 183. 183. Let me grab them. I'll leave that list up just in case you guys talk more trade. Phone is ringing. Yes, I can for sure. UPS is on. Yeah, I've had more stuff with all of them, FedEx, UPS, USPS. Although I don't think I think you're pretty fine because it still got a scan a couple days ago and it was near you. Sometimes they'll leave it for a few days, and then if you open a case, they're like, "Oh, it's right here," and then they move it. I have to wait a few days before I can open a case on it, but I don't. That one at least didn't stop somewhere else. It was weird that it said it was in Arizona, but it wasn't. We'll figure it out. Okay. 24-4. Check. 191, 183. 181, 183. Check. Pinched my finger. I only have one Charger, Seattle. Sure, I'll do Seattle for Chargers. Okay. So I know what to look for later, and then APF trade page. Okay. Yeah, I've had a pretty dang good track record with stuff not being lost and whatever, but now recently with stuff going across the border, even not that, I've had a few issues, but hopefully a few of these that are just in limbo get ironed out soon anyways. Just kind of annoying, which I agree. All right, guys, we'll do a 2-boxer after this. This is the pre-fill 4-boxer. I did finally update Wonka. If you're interested, there's only 8 Wonka getters so far. 1st, 2nd, 3rd through 8th. Nobody's tied, but there are a few at the top. That's where we're at now. I'll update it as we go through the series. We're about a third of the way through the series right now. A little bit more than a third of the way through. Okay, let's close it. Well, let's get rolling. Box 4. Series 40. 1 Wonka. Well, if these boxes just have pieces of cardboard that I can stick to my black shirt. Sheesh. Trust me, I don't want any of that stuff to get lost. It's not worth me insuring every single item I ship. I'll end up paying way more than I would just to replace the 1 or 2 items that go missing every couple months. But lately it seems like it's happening more often. 2 NFC, 2 AFC. You guys are hoping for AFC North, AFC West. You're down 2-0-0-0 to the NFC North, NFC West. Okay. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and of course it was involved in the trade. Just barely updated that. Congrats and sorry, as I always say. If you tend to trade a lot, it ends up ironing itself out. You win some, you lose some, but it's still not fun. Who had the Chargers on the trade? Larry V, you got the Chargers on the trade, and you're hitting on this nice throwback. That's the gal, yeah, Nick knows. Sorry, Nick. Back at certified. And that's your division, by the way, AFC North, AFC West. Thomas said Tomlinson. It is. Yeah, it just depends. Favorite Charger? I have a lot of favorite Chargers, current and past, and I love all their different styles. It's really fun. LaDainian Tomlinson, I almost picked a different Charger on this style to use for the guest today, but I didn't. 2006 NFL MVP is the script on this one. That's an awesome helmet. Very reflective, though. See my whole office in there. Great hit, Larry. Congrats. And that's 1.2. LaDainian Tomlinson. Damn Fouts. That's a fun one, too. Let me write this one down. Larry V. Tomlinson. Oh, it's going way outside the border. Larry V. 1 point. Dan Farts. Yep. Good start. Tomlinson. Favre, Tomlinson, Peterson. Some fun football stuff so far. 24, Series 40, 0 Wonka. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's got one of those nice trash bags on it. There's one or two companies that use these for all their helmet bags. They work. If you get an earpiece stuck to them, they will always rip a hole in them. They're not the strongest, but they do their job. Denver, throwback. Blue throwback. Did we already pull blue throwback this series, or was that from Racky? I'm like having flashbacks of this helmet, but it may have been the white one, maybe. Denver was Brad, Breaking Brad. And I said, I remember this because that's JSA certified. Didn't we just pull his mini from Gold Rush not long ago or something? And it took me a half second. One of you guys called it out before I knew it, and you were right. And I got a full size of him. Not Atwater, not Elway. This is a little more old school. That's Carl Mecklenburg. I think Brian E. said, that's Carl, right away. It took him like 2 seconds. And again, it is his Broncos. Brad, nice hit. Old school there. Carl Mecklenburg, throwback Broncos. That's a fun one. I like that one. 2-0 to 2-0. You guys tied it up after 2 helmets. Big Al's has been doing the heavy lifting for you guys on your bounties. I have someone winning the Funko tonight. Okay, 183, Series 40, 4 points. Look at that. My son has his first soccer tournament tomorrow. It's Thursday at 10 in the morning. And then like 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then Friday at whatever time. He dislocated his knee at practice the other day. So now he's got tape and I don't know. So that's what I'll be doing in the morning tomorrow, if you're wondering. Ooh, love this style. This is, can't quite see it. One of 2 players that I can think of that I remember. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're going. Amp replica. Love this amp. The amps are so cool. Washington, I said that one had points, right? 4. Who had the Redskins? Dustin. Dustin had the Redskins. So far, 3 right for 3. With the 2 AC, 2 NFC. Yeah, that's like a 50% guessing game, though. But, yeah, I like you're doing it so far. Dustin, nice hit. Amp on the Redskins. Yeah, I knew it was one of the 2. 3, 2, 1. It is. It's the MVP. I have the same helmet on my PC. I think I bought it from one of you guys because I couldn't hit it. Love that. Joe Theismann, 83 MVP. Oh, you said the East and South and West too? 1 East, 1 South, 2 West. 2 West, 1 East. You just need the next one to be South. That's a little more specific. Sorry for doubting you. Dustin, how big is your PC? Ooh, too big. I don't really tell people. Not that it's like so amazing or anything. I got a lot in the PC. Just ask my wife. She isn't a huge fan of how it's still growing, but it always will. Yeah. You have a guest I so is the rumor goes that way, yes, but no. I take up a large portion of my basement for my collections, and I'll never stop. You can't make me. I love helmets. I love jerseys. Who knows? Maybe I'll love something else with those soon. There's a time where I loved pucks, and I still do. I just don't. I can't. There's not a lot of rooms that do them, and I don't go after those a ton. But I love Funkos. I love a lot of stuff. Okay, Dustin, nice hit. I got your Wonka points on there. 4 for Joe Theismann, and then 8, 12, 4. Great hit. Okay, box 4, 191, Series 40, 0 Wonka. Good luck, everyone. He lives in the basement. No. You think about it, I made this office. You guys can see the shelves. I can fit 3 per shelf, and there it's the whole office. So I can display around 200 between here and behind me. And then you'd be amazed how many you can fit in the closet and a couple rooms and shelves without taking up too much of the room. So yeah, I got a bunch. Ooh, I like this style. I think I know who's on this. Well, there's a couple. Here we go. Oh, I think there's a few of you guys that have bigger PCs than me in here, so I'm not a myth or anything. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now, if we combine helmets and jerseys, maybe I'm up there in the top 1%. I've always been a collector. My whole life, as a little kid, I collected rocks. My parents were travel agents. I would collect bars of soaps from airplanes and hotels. I had a box full of bars of soaps. Don't ask me. They're gone. I don't know where they are now, but I thought it was cool back then. Love this helmet. It is the throwback helmet. Looks like Michigan style, but it's blue and red for the New York Giants. Is that a collector or hoarder? Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I don't really hoard anything, though, besides my collections. If you want to call it a hoard, that's fine. My wife does sometimes. But right now, those are my 2 collections. My kids collect some stuff, too. Makes me happy. Makes my life more fun, so. Giants were Greg. Greg, you have the Giants. Did I say Wonka? I did not say Wonka. We got a visor on this one as well. It is Fanatics. Not often you see on this side. It's usually on that side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It is. I know I've showed you guys a Lawrence Taylor recently, so I know I have one of those too, but this is Malik Neighbors. It's a fun hit too. That's a guy I did not have in my PC, but I hope to have soon. I was looking for Egbuka, and Brad solved that problem for me. I hit that one. So now I have an Egbuka, but I don't have a Neighbors. Great hit there. Giants, Malik Neighbors on the throwback. I don't know what year that is. I doubt this is the right box for it, but I always get interested. Nope, that is a Steelers salute. I buy those helmet boxes so that every one of your helmets comes in a box. It's probably stupid, but let's do a recap here, guys. Oh gosh, where is it? It's right there. Okay, recap. We had LaDainian Tomlinson for the Chargers on the throwback. We had Carl Mecklenburg on the throwback for the Broncos. Joe Theismann, AMP for the Redskins, and Malik Neighbors throwback for the Giants. Some fun stuff there. Let's try a 2-boxer. Let's see how this one goes. All right, share my screen. Don't give my wife any fuel, guys. That she doesn't watch these anyway, so she's not listening, but if she happens to. Okay, I've got Dave with the Bears. I've got Greg with Kansas City. Kansas City. Nick just behind on Chicago. James, Green Bay. Whoops. Oh, no. We missed the random one. James, Green Bay. Clint, you've got Tampa Bay. Cincy for Zach. Ravens for Carl. Gotcha, Carl. Indy is there. Number 7 for Brian. Giants are there. Number 8 for Greg. There it goes. Seahawks, number 9 for Gila. Cincy is gone, Kevin. Sorry. Matt's going to buy a random. Like someone's random, right? I can't pick your random team, but I think you mean you're going to grab a random. I'll see if there's one available. Looks like Nick's got one up, so assuming he gets the team. Let me finish doing this. Eagles, number 10 for Carl. Number 11 is the Rams for Greg. Number 12 is Vegas for Nick. And we've got Matt taking that random. That sucks, Dustin. Sorry. Nice hit earlier, though. 12. I don't know where I was at. 12, Las Vegas. 13 is Minnesota for Zach. 14, Pittsburgh for Brad. Brad, do you know what days you're on this week yet? I've got tournament days, and I had to see if I'm going to be. I think I'm not going to be at practice or the tournament during next drop for once, because I think the games are earlier, but there might be a later one. Oh, you're good, Matt. Don't apologize. I'm just making sure you weren't asking for a random team before I screw that up. Carlos Late on Tampa Bay. San Francisco is there for number 15 for Zach. And 16 is the Patriots for Carlos. Gotcha, Carlos. Whoops, missed your L. Let me make sure that's correct. Ran them up. My wife, yes, this is cool. Would love to hit a champ on a Skins helmet. I don't even know that I've ever seen a Champ Bailey on a Skins helmet. I don't know why. There's got to be a story to that. He signs Denver a lot more often than anything else. I think I've seen maybe a jersey or mini, but there's got to be a reason why there's a lot of Denver champs and no Redskins stuff out there. Who won that precious Redskins? That was Dustin. You've got one of those, Hila. I love the one you hit, too. Dustin says he'd take a random if anybody else is selling. Well, I'll give it a second here just in case before I run it, but I think we're all closed up. While I take a sip of water. Oh, boy. I haven't even asked, were any of those the bottom, not the bottom, the last teams? I don't think they are. I think we have 4 teams that have already hit. Yeah, yours is authentic too, Hila. I like that one. I've got this same one on my PC, though. Joe Theismann amp is top notch for me. Last call if anybody wants to sell random to Dustin. If you want to hold on to him, that's great. We'll see if there's any teams. I just don't want to run it until we know for sure. It is Theismann. Okay, let's run them. Joey T, as I call him. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We are going to run a rag key after this, guys. It'll be our third to last. Detroit through Cleveland. Okay, in the 2-boxer, Dave, you've got Chicago and Detroit, Greg, Kansas City, Tennessee, James, Green Bay, Arizona, Clint, Tampa, and Miami, Zach, Cincinnati, and Houston. Carl, you've got Baltimore, Jacksonville, Brian, Indy, and Buffalo, Greg, Giants, and the Chargers. Gila, you've got Seattle and New Orleans, Carl, Philadelphia, and Denver. Greg, you've got the Rams in Atlanta, Nick F, Vegas, Matt, you bought the Jets. Sorry, I almost said Giants, but it's Jets. Zach B, Minnesota and Carolina, Brad, Pittsburgh and Washington, Zach's San Francisco, Dallas. I swear those two teams keep getting paired up in everything lately. That's a power line. Carlos, New England, and Cleveland. Arizona's up for trade from James. If anybody's interested in Arizona as a trade, that's who we have up. And then if anyone's selling, let me know. Try to help you move them. Okay, let's run them. Don't need a shake. 2 numbers. 1, 2. No poke. 186, 186. It worked. 167. Sure. Trade you $20 for him. Dustin, you could sell a popsicle, ketchup popsicle to woman wearing white gloves. Okay, so we're selling Arizona. Thank you, James. Thank you, Dustin. 186, 167. When I wrote them above the R line. Okay, let me grab them, guys. I'll leave this up just in case there's any other trades. $186, 167. Check, check. Move over, Mr. Peterson. Okay, no other trades or sells, guys. We're going to do a Racky after this. I'm going to copy that now. We'll do some licensed jerseys after if you want to take a screenshot. The two we hit on Monday that are now removed. It's 2 football. I'm failing. Mike Allstott, we talked about that. I can't remember the other one, though. Was it Reed, Blankenship on Monday, or was that last week? I think it was Blankenship and Allstott are gone. The rest of claims are still available. We'll do that not next, but after Radke. So Radke's next, then that. I love everyone. Sorry. Okay, 167 up first. Series 40. Another 4-pointer. 2 4-pointers. I see that auto. Staring at that one. We got another utility. There we go. 3, 2, 1. It's been a little bit since I've seen this style. Feels like it's been a long time. I wonder when the last. That's another amp, by the way. 2 amps tonight. Love that. And I said 4 points. Wonder when the last Vikings amp was that we pulled. Oh, sure. Did you have them in the other one? You did. Dave had them in the random team one. That's how it happens, at least to me. Who had them in this one? They were a claim spot. Zach, hitting your team too. This one is Beckett certified, old Beckett cert, so that might give you some information. 3, 2, 1. That's been in at least a series or 2 as well. Now it's coming out. I love that helmet. I've got that in my PC. One of the very first ones I hit from Gold Rush. Maybe not first, but years ago I hit one, and I've still got the same one on my PC. Randy Moss on the amp for the Vikings. Cardboard, yeah, you remember, Jonathan. I think we might have both been in that one or something. I was so excited. I remember where I was when I watched the stream. Awesome helmet. Nice hit. Zach, congrats, man. And that's 4 points, too. Randy Moss amp. Although you might already have a Randy Moss amp, Zach. It's not the first one I've had in the series, but it's been a little bit. I think I have, maybe have another one. Zach B. Randy Moss. Rand University. 4-pointer. What? Are you really? Is that really the date? I think you're making that up. But there's a small chance that you're not. In the less than 0 chance you consider trading that, I'd be interested. That's why I always ask. Sometimes you guys already have the really cool helmet and you don't need 2, but it might take a little bit. Not at all, Chloe. It feels like it was like 5 years ago. So that makes sense. Great hit. Nice hit, Zach. I love seeing 2 amps right in the front row. We had some fun names tonight all across the board. You probably actually do remember me hitting that one, or at least telling you about it years ago. 186, the date, though. Box 40, that's good placement now. I should probably go back to the way I did it before. It saves me time in the room. I find the boxes, which takes me longer than usual now for some reason. I think my eye's going. I need to get brighter lights in there. And then I have to go over and grab the stack of labels, put the label on. Before I used to label all 190 boxes. The idea was that now I only label 120. So I save some money, but it's slowing me down in there. Oh, you were in it? Okay. And you cursed me when it happened. 2-pointer. That's one of the few that I can remember like exactly hitting it. Because it was a pictured headliner on the front picture. Was that a team break or a player break back then? Label on top, it could easily be this name. And it is. I feel like every time, I'll wait a second here if I see this. Brandon Aubrey stuff's trickling out. I've got one. Maybe one in the series, actually, but I've seen a few others coming around. 3, 2, 1. What I was going to say is I feel like I always cause some sort of connection when I pick a helmet. You got two 2.0s. One we picked out earlier, and then now 2.0. I don't want to say it before because I know whoever had Detroit was thinking I willed you a Detroit lid. This is Raiders. Bo or Brock going to bed sad. Sorry, Clint. Trust me, I get plenty of messages from everyone telling me how sad or mad they are at me. Sometimes I ignore them, guys. Sometimes I don't. I join a ton of breaks. I go through long, bad streaks. I know exactly what it feels like. Don't worry. Raiders. Well, that's not going to help you feel any better. But on the 2.0, Backett certified. I love these. I've got a Raider 2.0 on my PC. Who had Raiders? Claim 12 and 13. So those two right next to each other. Nick, when I said, I don't even know if you have a spot, and then you end up getting a spot, and that was the Raiders. I did well in this break. In which one? Oh, even Steven. Packet certified. Let's see what you got, Nick. 3, 2, 1. We've seen him before on that, and I love this helmet. Although you may already have this player, Nick. I don't know if I vaguely remember you hitting Mr. Howie or not. Howie Long, great looking autograph, paint pen, white paint pen, Beckett certified. It's a great helmet. I'm digging all these. Nope, need a Howie. There you go. That's cool. 2.0. That's one of the Raiders' few specialties they have. Don't ask me why. They don't have any other STSs, not a 1, a 3, or a 4. They've got a chrome. They've got this. They don't have an amp. They don't have a. They do have a flash. They don't. They do have a blaze. They do have an ice. But that's about it. There's not a lot that they have. Congrats, winners. 2 great helmets again. Howie Long 2.0 and Randy Moss on the amp. Let's try Iraqi life fill. See if we can pull something fun from Iraqi. And remember, guys, we will drop a 3-box licensed jersey tomorrow and a Fire Factory case break. I'll have to break it around my son's tournament schedule, but there should be some pockets there either Friday or Saturday to get it done. On the rare occasion that it lasts till Sunday, we'll do it Sunday, but I don't think that'll happen. All right, top chat, live chat, share my screen. You guys can also live see the order I see. Rams, 4. Jonathan. Bears, 4. Dave. Ray, scorching, getting Detroit. What's up, Ray? Rams just gone. San Francisco for Jason with a random up is spot 4. Detroit with a random. Detroit just went as well, Mark. Sorry. Minnesota is spot 5 for Bill B. San Francisco is gone. Greg, sorry. Tampa Bay is spot 6. Tampa Bay spot 6 for Dustin. Cincy spot 7 for, losing my mind, Kevin. Got you, Kevin. 8 is Indy for Brad. 9, Minnesota is gone. Jonathan. Steelers are there. Spot 9 for Joseph. Dallas is there. Spot 10 for Greg. 11 is Cleveland for Brad. I skipped Detroit because it's gone there, Greg. Sorry, I should have said it, though. Patriots are spot 12 for Carlos. Gotcha, Carlos. 13 is Miami for Jonathan. 14. Steelers are gone, Dave. Giants are there. Okay, we've got 2 mains available and 1 random available. Dave taking Washington. One main left, one random available. And then we're good. Greg taking Buffalo. Gotcha, Greg. Okay. Closed besides Jason's random. There's an $18 spot available on spot 4. And then again, guys, we're going to do a licensed jersey 2-boxer after this. Man, I'm digging tonight's lineup. Only one current player, though. Sheesh. That's kind of like Monday. I don't know how we ended, though. Malik Neighbors, younger. Then we got Howie, Randy, Carl, Joe, LaDainian, Brett, Chris Mullen, and our hockey jerseys are current and retired. A couple currents is all. Last call on Jason's random, and then I'm going to get this going. Oh, yeah, the poll. I haven't even filled that out at all. 2-2 is where we started. The AFC West, NFC East, NFC East, NFC North. Uh-oh. AFC West, that helps you. 3-3-2-0. You guys are tied. Heading into Racky, right where you want to be. Well, it'd be better if it was 6-2-0 for you guys, but you guys are tied. Raiders, Chargers, and Broncos. Packers, Vikings, and Vikings. All right, let's run these. No one's jumping at the random. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Atlanta on top, Philadelphia on bottom. Okay, Jonathan R., you've got the Rams in Atlanta. Whoops. Oh, that is right. I thought I put the wrong name there. David L., Chicago and Tennessee. Scorching, Detroit and Denver. Jason T., San Francisco and the Chargers. Let me know if you're selling Chargers or holding on to them. You just answer me. Chargers are up for $18. Bill B., Minnesota, Seattle, Dustin, Tampa, and Baltimore. Kevin, Cincy and New Orleans. Brad, Indy, and the Jets. Joseph, Pittsburgh, Green Bay. Greg, Dallas, Carolina. Brad, Cleveland, Arizona. Carlos, New England, Kansas City. Jonathan R., Miami, Jacksonville. David Elliott, Giants, Washington, Houston, Vegas. Out of breath for the last one. Greg, Buffalo, Philly. Chargers are up for sale. Water. Need sugar water. More. All right. Let's get a box number. Obi, are you still here? Obi here. 3 spots. There's 3 randoms. 1, 2, doing it 7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 2. Let's start sharing. Let's put this up there. Chargers last call for 18. Box 2 is the one that I moved to get box 9. Okay. You guys are hoping this is your team, first off, but if you're not in this, or if you don't win, you want this to land in the AFC North, AFC West. Go back-to-back giveaway nights. That'd be nice. Okay. Box 2. To the style, I maybe saw the signature. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I believe that is the alternate, not the Eclipse. Yep, alternate. Love this one. A simple alternate. Looks like an Eclipse. It's their 2024 alt. And this is authentic. Panthers. Racky certified on this. Let's see what we got here. Who had Panthers first off? Not claimed. Spot 10 on the Dallas line. Greg, you had Dallas and Carolina. Hey, there's Obi. I was asking if you were here, Obi. I was going to talk to you about the rest of that movie. Well, it's, it's right there. Ooh, cool. And the Agent 89 is separated. Every time I pull one of these, I will be ecstatic. I love Steve Smith Sr. Agent 89 is fantastic. Such a nice helmet. Greg, I don't think that's the first time you've hit Steve Smith. I think you have like a little magnet for him in the past. You're hitting him again here, but this is a nice alternate authentic. Steve Smith Sr., Agent 89, beautiful Racky certified, and it's his personal Racky with him diving to catch it in the corner. Hard to see, but I love it when they do that. See him there, Agent 89? That's so cool. Steve Smith Sr., Greg, nice hit. NFC South doesn't hurt you, but it's a three-way tie. Terrible SIG, great name. No, that's not a bad SIG. Look at that thing. It looks the same every time, man. I like that one. There's some that I don't like. Okay, Steve Smith, let's do licensed jerseys to end the night. There they are. That's NFC South. You guys are tied 3-3-3-0. No AFC East or South today. All right. Let's give this a try. I'm going to top chat it and then live chat it. Heavy NFC night, 6-3 on the NFC side. Nice hit, Greg. Okay. Spot 1 is Zonka. I'm going to refresh my page since I see a few. Oh, I thought I saw multiple claims of the same player, but maybe I didn't. Zonka. For Jonathan R., I've got Barry for Greg. Iserman for Nick. Bush for Brian, number 4. Alex Rodriguez, number 5 for Elliot. Rodman for Larry, number 6. Dennis. Number 7, Carl with Vic. Just barely added that one, Carl. I like that one. I like all the ones I had, so you stop saying that. Number 8, Bird for Mark. Number 9 is SGA. Might be close to close since they're all different claims. Larry Bird. Number 9, SGA. 4, Kevin. Got you, Kevin. Number 10 is Rice for Ray. Jerry's eating rice. Random 2. So you pick a player, you get 2 randoms. So if you end up selling a random or buying a random, it's $10 per player. If that's why you're asking. Number 11 is Drew Brees. So pick one, random 2. Do I have it? Okay, it is 2. Because there was definitely a chance that I had it listed as a pick one, random 1 for like 2 years without knowing it. Taves, 12 for Dwayne. Dwayne, you're supposed to be sleeping. I'll be up tonight. I got to go pick up my in-laws after midnight at the airport. Why they ask me instead of their own daughter? Just gotta ask her that. I don't know. I think I answer the phone more often than she does. 14, Mariota. I typed the wrong number. There's 9 plus 5, 14. No. OJ is number 15. I think we have more claims than. Does it say pick one? Oh, up here. We used to do pick one random one. It does say that. I was looking at my thing in the chat. That one says pick one random too. Does my Taves not? I got you on the Taves. It's just in a different order than you're seeing unless you refresh. I've got you right here on spot 12. For some reason, when you type into YouTube, it'll put your comment way above where it should be until you refresh, and then it will tell you where you're at. I got you. It's just in the right order on my screen. If you refresh or close out and come back in, it'll reorganize it to where everyone else can see it. Yep. Thank you. Fix that now. I got to fix it on the other days too. Hey, look, that one's right. It's just been the Wednesday night ones for the last year and a half. That's so funny. 5 Wonka points for Carl. Okay, where was I? 15 OJ. 16 is Favre. Got you, Greg. 17 is Baker. I was wondering if that Favre was for Bill. I didn't see Bill tonight. 17, Baker. Dustin. 18 is Messier. Forgot his first name for a second there. Larry B. 19 is Gates. For Brian. Got you, Brian. And 20 is Magic. That closes us. Magic Johnson for Zach. Okay. Let's go here and there and all over there. Should be 20 spots, and it is. She put Diesel in the truck. That's why. That's, you know what? That might be. They're like, don't call her. She's going to come in our truck and she's going to fill it up with diesel or with, she put not diesel. She put premium in the diesel. And that should be her birthday present for the next 4 years. That bill we already paid. That's not nice. She feels bad. It's an honest mistake. Okay, 42 guys. 2 randoms will be for sale for $10 a piece after we run it. If Ovechkin or Trout are one of those two, I'll run it an 8th time or more until they're not. That's the way we'll do these until those hit. Let's go up here and do this and do that. And wait for it to say paste because I already hit. There we go. 7 times. I'll tell you who those solos are. They're $10 a piece once we get there. 4, 5, 6, and 7. It works. Edgar Martinez, Paul Molitor are our solos. Nikes for the Mariners and the Twins. 2 baseball solos. Nice. Go here and here. Let's get rid of these and put them with these. Okay, I'll buy Higgins if for sale. Zach's taking Molitor. Got you, Zach. Edgar Martinez is for sale. Mariners, Nike. Buy Higgins if for sale. Higgins is Brian W. if you want to sell Brian. Buy Molina if he's for sale. Yadier Molina is Greg. Greg if you want to sell. And Bill B is buying Noah if we want to sell. Joakim Noah is Zach. Zach, Greg, Brian, let us know if you want to sell Noah, Molina, or Higgins. Larry V by Peppers if selling. Okay, I'll come back to that Peppers comment after I read all these. Jonathan R, you got Zonka, Bosa, Chelios, Greg, Sanders, Elway, Konechny, Nick F, Iserman, Carroll, and Hassa, Brian, Bush, Wilson, Dickerson, Elliott, Rodriguez, Martone, and Isaiah Thomas. Larry V, Rodman, Fiala, Peppers, Carl, Vic, Carter, and Fingers, Mark, Larry Bird, Chris Bryant, and Evan Mobley. Kevin, SGA, Trout, and Saros. Good luck on the Trout spot. You got one of the locked ones. Scorching, Rice, MJD, and Stockton. Greg, you have Breeze, Urlacher, and Tage Thompson. Dwayne, Taves, Justin Jefferson, and Fernando Tatis Jr. Elliott, Kreider, Bellinger, and Dick Duff. Brian, Mariota, Reeves, and Higgins. Greg, you had O.J. Simpson, DeBrincat, Olmark, Favre, DeBrusque, and Molina. Dustin, Mayfield, Cunningham, and Jamal Lewis. There's a $3 off spot. Dustin. Didn't know if we're going to go all the way through without him. Larry V, Messier, Barbashev, Del Murphy, Brian, Gates, Pierce, and Travis Hunter. And then Zach, you had Magic Johnson, Joakim Noah, and Alex Ovechkin. There's the last locked. Zach, good luck on the other lock spot. And then let's go up and look at who's got what. Why do I capitalize everything but W, Dustin? Sell Higgins to Mark. I see that at the bottom, so I'm going to do it now before I get up there. Mark, gotcha. On Higgins. Okay, Larry V, buy Peppers from you. Yours, Greg. Good luck. Carroll for sale. Corbin Carroll All-Star jersey up for sale. Nick Bosa for sale. Got it. Keeping Molina, okay. Yours, Greg. Good luck. Sorry. Oh, you're fine. Buy Bosa, says Scott. Sold. Green works for your Oregon Ducks, Scott. Thanks, Larry Bosa. Sold. Good luck. Carter and Rolly for trade if anyone wants them. Chris Carter and Rolly Fingers are up for trade. Both fun names there. Fiala, Barbashev, Murphy for sale. Larry Fiala, Barbashev, Murphy are up for sale. Selling as a mark. Got it. Random's up for trade, especially the Ravens one. Cunningham and Lewis up for trade. Did you have two spots, Dustin, or one? Just the one. Are up for trade. Not a Jamal Lewis fan, Dustin. Also, Noah, says Zach. Okay. So that's going to Bill B. Okay. Where was I? Randoms. I'll sell Noah. Okay, Bill B, I got you on Noah. Larry, just behind on Noah. Bill asked above if he was available, so you would have been next in line, but Bill B asked a little earlier. Dustin, you want Carter or Rolly for Jamal Lewis? Take Carter, Carl. Okay, so we're doing a trade instead of selling. Jamal Lewis trade and Chris, Carter trade. There we go. Holy text messages. UC Saros up for trade. The Stadium Series jerseys up for trade for the Predators. Take Carter, Dustin, buy Jamal Lewis if you can't. We traded it. Carl for Lewis, good by me. Appreciate it. Thanks, says Bill B. Okay, I think I'm caught up on responding to him, but there's a bunch still red or light red, so we'll give it a little bit to see if anyone wants to grab them. Fiala for Carroll is a trade offer. Kevin Fiala, Kings Reverse Retro 2.0 for Corbin Carroll All-Star jersey, Nick. Let them know. I'll do that, Larry. Okay, perfect. Trade initiated. Okay, and then I'll start recapping what's still available. Okay, we've got Rolly Fingers and UC Soros up for trade, as well as Randall Cunningham. Those are all traders. Predators, Athletics, Eagles, Ivan Barbashev, and Del Murphy, Braves, Cooperstown Collection, Majestic. Those are both up for sale for $10 a piece. By Cunningham. So Cunningham was up for trade. Dustin, if you want to sell him, I think they were up for trade, but if you want to sell Cunningham to Greg, let him know. By Mobley up for sale. So Dustin, if you want to sell Cunningham, let me know. I'll sell him. Good luck. Okay, let me find what color was Greg? Blue. Let me find Mobley. Mark, you have Evan Mobley. If you want to sell him to Ray, he's willing to buy. And then I'm going to roll bingo balls, grab boxes, and we'll worry about these last few in just a second here. Just at the 2-hour mark. Not bad. Not bad. Let's start rolling them, and I'll ask those questions again when we get there. Okay, guys, final one of the night. Remember, we got a 3-boxer jerseys tomorrow, and Fire Factory pick your player style break. Those are usually fun. Cases, I got 2 cases on the way. I think we're coming Friday, so hopefully they get there early enough to where if we'd run it Friday, we got them in time. But we'll get it ran this weekend regardless. Mark, if you want to sell Mobley, let Ray know for $10. We've got a 2-boxer here. 1, 2. I'll keep the thanks, no problem. Just want to make sure everything's explored at least. Sorry, not really showing. 198. Oops, don't mix with the full-size bingos. Then I have to go through and do every single one. I'm going to hug. Oh, that's right. Did not make that connection with Mobley. 34. I was thinking that you don't ever keep much basketball or something, so, but then again, you claim Larry Bird. Some of you guys don't like basketball, some don't like baseball, some don't like football or hockey. It's all, I try to keep track of them, but it's hard. Okay, again, Fingers and Soros are up for trade. Barbashev and Murphy are up for sale, just on the Browns. Yeah. I get it. 34, 198. Let me grab them, guys.
But that's not either. But look. What? No, I want to show her the 3D printer. Okay. Well, we are about to go on the tramp. Okay.
I want to see the 3D printer. I'll sell Bright instead, Mark. Already paid. Brian, I'd trade Jamal or Rolly for Pierce or buy if you're interested in moving him. Brian, I'd trade Jamal or Rolly. You want to trade Jamal Lewis or Rolly Fingers for Pierce or buy if you're interested in moving him. And then again, we've got Barbashev, Murphy are up for sale. Fingers and Sorrows are up for trade. I'm going to close this and get rolling. Did they walk in here on camera when I was in their room? I think they came in here looking to show, but then they said scram. We're selling Paul Pierce. Jamal and Rolly are Carl's, and you're asking for Pierce. So buying Paul Pierce, Carl, is that what you're offering? Purple. Haven't done purple yet. Just confirm so I don't screw that up. I'm going to get rid of these because they're staying where they're at. Yes, sir. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we got that. Everything else is undone. No one snagged Fingers or Sorrows or Barbashev or Murphy. Let's roll, guys. 2 more jerseys tonight. And then we'll do 3 tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's literally 3, 3, 3 tie. Anything could happen here. See if we can hit 4 football. We already hit 2 football on Monday. 2 here would shake it up. Otherwise, it's a tie, and we're going for a full size on Monday. All right, let's roll. 34 and 198. Let me make sure those numbers are correct first off. 34, 198. Yep. Thanks for hopping in tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Some fun stuff again tonight from third party and from my series. See, well, I got one guess. One guess. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Still doesn't really help me. I got one guess still. If I'm upside down, I am upside down. Oh, there's a signature. Now I know. And that was my guess. I couldn't think of another white and red jersey in the series. I feel like this one's been in there for a while. Oh, I thought it was 34 and 34. 24 and 34. Beautiful. 2002-2008 Cups. This was one that I bought from East Coast for the series, and I feel like it's been in there for a while. 2-time All-Star, Hall of Fame 2013. Bunch of scripts. Chris Chelios. Detroit Red Wings. Fanatics Premium, East Coast. Beauty. Chelios not claimed. Everything is random. I thought for a second that this was a 3, and I was like, we just hit a jersey number. There he is. Man, we've hit a lot of top line stuff today. A couple top randoms and a couple top claims. Jonathan R., you had Larry Zonka and Chris Chelios, and you're hitting Chris Chelios. Not your claim, but a nice random. He's a guy that I still need on know what teams I need them on. There's a couple guys that I want to try their team wills. Nick's got one too in his series. Not a Chelios, but another player. Who's the guy in your series that you have on a? Is it Senators right now or Canes? Great hit. Chris Chelios, 2002-2008 Cups, two-time All-Star, Hall of Fame 2013, Detroit Red Wings Fanatics Premium. Love this hit. I've had this jersey for a while. I bought it back with like the Fuhrer and the other ones, and I think this was the last to go in, but I think it's also been in for a while. Nick has somebody in his series that's not on his team, his normal team that I bid on occasionally. I can't think of who it is. Nice hit, Jonathan. Well, there goes my dream of hitting 4 football. I just want 1 week to have like a massive amount of the same sport just for kicks and giggles. I guess I build it pretty evenly. I mean, the other two are a little bit lower, but there's not like 80% one sport for a reason. I like having the variety. 198. Cannot tell because it's in a black bag. No chance. Oh my gosh. To think we were that close and you were. But that was a. Hold on, I'll take it out. I can see through. I'm assuming you guys can see through on the camera too. We know who that is. Oh, I love this alternate for him too. Imagine if he had been in the other box. Oh my gosh. That was bought by Carl. The captain. The truth. Tell me. All right, I need you to tell me the truth now. I saw they were playing. There's too many connections, man. First off, we almost had him in box 34. Second off, you guys are trading, selling, buying, trading, whatever. Third off, I was at where was I at yesterday? They were showing a replay of the Lakers and Celtics finals. Yeah, I'm almost done. Just go in the other room for 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Remember the game where he got wheelchaired out, and then people are saying he didn't have an injury, he just had to go take a crap. Since my daughter's listening to me now. Paul Pierce, Celtics, great. This is an alternate. I forget what the style alternate is, Fanatics. But man, you willed that one to happen, saying he should have been in box 34, and he almost was. 2007, 2008, Swingman. Congrats and sorry on the trades and sells and buys. It happens. It's happened multiple times tonight. Congratulations, you hit Paul Pierce. This came from a under wraps bag. So this is cool. Nice hits. And no football, so we tied. Good grief. So on Monday, we'll keep the 2 Funkos, but we'll add a full size as well since we tied. Carl, nice hit. Congrats. You had the tingling to buy Pierce at the buzzer there. He pooped all over the Lakers. Oh, that's so funny. He got willed out and then he ran back into the game. The truth, man. I liked Antoine Walker. He's a little older than Paul Pierce, but those are some fun teams, man. Okay. Congrats, you guys. Nice hits on the jerseys there. Paul Pierce, Chris Chelios. To round out the rest of my series, we had also Howie Long on the 2.0, Malik Neighbors on the throwback, Randy Moss on the amp, Carl Mecklenburg on the throwback, Joe Theismann on the amp, LT on the throwback. Thought that was a nice night of Big Al stuff. Third-party stuff, we had Anders Lee and Joe Sakic, headliner. We had Steve Smith, Sr., Agent 89, and Brett Farr from Radke. We had Chris Mullen on the ball. And our football was Adrian Peterson all day. Nice white panel there for the Vikings. Great stuff. Congrats to the winners. If anything's staying, let me know. Sorry to those that did not hit. Hopefully it changes for you. I truly hope that. Everyone deserves to have a nice break night. We'll be back tomorrow with our weekend starters and see how those go. We'll break them on Friday or Saturday. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on the weekend or Monday when you guys are around.